Three schools of thought in ancient China. Today, we're going to be learning all about three different philosophies or ways of thinking that were developed in ancient China, many of which are very popular still today throughout China and throughout the world. Okay, so how did these start? These all started in what's called the Warring States period. And it is exactly what it sounds like, a time when there was lots of war going on. Okay. And so many thinkers during this time developed competing philosophies, attempting to bring stability and peace to China. So, thinking about why is war happening? How should peace happen? How should we bring stability and calmness to our country? And there were three different main schools of thought. Okay. And so for our vocabulary that we came up with before our break, you learned what philosophy was. What exactly is that? It's a system of ideas that determines how one lives his or her life. So the way that you think determines how you're going to live your life. And you might not know this, but you have a philosophy for why you live, how you live. And there's lots of different things that go into that. Okay. And so, first philosophy is called Confucianism. Everyone say out loud, Confucianism. All right. And here's what Confucianists believe: social order and respect would bring order to society. So having a full system where this person's on top, then this person, then this person, a little bit like the caste system from India, and having everyone respect each other would bring order to society. They also believe that everyone had their place in society. There were some people who were superior on top, and some people who were inferior below those people. All right. And it was the responsibility of the superior, the person on top, mostly the older person, to act as a moral guide to the inferior. And moral meaning good. So whoever is superior needs to be good and to teach others how to live. Okay. And so a key to Confucianism was this relationship, that there's always different relationships, whether that's ruler and subject, king and everyone else, father and son. What's that relationship like? Husband and wife. There's a relationship there. Older brother, older sister, younger sister, and friend and friend. And if everyone follows the rules of that relationship, there will be peace, according to Confucianists. All right. And so I have these pictures here. And one other key part of Confucianism was what's called filial piety. That's a big, weird word. Look at these pictures right now and pause and ask yourself, what do you think filial piety is? What do you think? Hopefully, you thought about that. Filial piety is respecting our elders, that we should put our elders above all others, kind of like what we're doing right now with this coronavirus quarantine. We're staying away from other people, especially older people, to show them respect and keep them safe and healthy. And Confucianists really believed in filial piety, that we should respect our elders. And I know a lot of us, our families, believe this as well. All right, number two, called legalism. The second philosophy called legalism. All right. And this guy believed that we can achieve order through harsh punishment and strict laws. The only way to have order in our society is for people to always get punished. And the best ruler, according to legalists, is strict and merciless. He shows no mercy to people. Interesting. All right. And according to legalists, only the intelligent rulers, the people who were the smartest, were able to be in charge. And even the small crimes should have serious punishments. And if that's the case, little things won't happen, because if little crimes have big punishments, people won't even want to break the laws at all. And I think that's an interesting school of thought. I wonder what you guys think about that too. All right. And lastly, we have Taoism. And Taoism, you'll see it spelled two different ways, with a D or a T at the beginning. It's pronounced the same: Taoism. All right. Taoism. You guys might have seen the yin and the yang before. This comes from Taoism. All right. Taoists believe that we should live in harmony with the Tao or the way of the universe. The Tao was this way of thinking and a way of being. And we get that harmony, we get that peace by focusing on nature, avoiding conflict, and accepting your place. Essentially, it just means the Taoist thought that we could be at peace if we just kind of let things be. Don't get in conflict, don't argue with others, focus on the things around you and accept it for what it is. Don't worry too much. All right, just got a couple analogies for you to kind of make a connection to school. Confucianism is like the teacher that tells you all students need to respect each other and respect authority. A little bit like me. All right. And legalism is like the teacher that tells you to do what they say or you'll regret it because of a punishment. And they'll have crazy punishments for little things, such as like you speak out of turn, you get suspended for 10 days. That would be a legalist. All right. And Taoism is like the teacher that's always positive and asks everyone just to get along. Oh, guys, it's okay. Everyone be cool. All right. Not really like me. All right. So Confucianism, legalism, and Taoism. Okay. And so now I'm going to ask you to think about with the notes that you've created, which philosophy am I describing? And we're going to do this on the Ed puzzle. Here we go. Which philosophy am I describing? We must obey our elders. Which philosophy am I describing? Simpler is better. Which philosophy am I describing? Strict punishment is best. Which philosophy am I describing? We must live in harmony with nature. Which philosophy is best? One leader is best. Which philosophy am I describing? The older or superior person in a relationship always must get his or her way, no matter what. And that's where we're going to wrap up our lesson for today. Hopefully, those things made sense to us. Feel free to watch this video as many times as you need to. That is our 3 Chinese philosophies.